Gallen Lee, and this is Ciel Pacifique Hotel. And Ciel Pacifique is a hotel brand that's part of a European luxury goods conglomerate that markets to wealthy consumers from the Asia-Pacific region. And my concept for the hotel came from a book that I read in my first semester called Faster Than the Speed of Light. It's about cosmology and physics, and I visited a professor at Imperial College in London when I was there with Karen on the European program. So I took the idea of cosmology and translated it through my artwork and came up with this dual idea of the heavens and the sea. And in fact, the name Ciel Pacifique, ciel would come from like the same Latin root as ceiling or cielo, and that would mean like heavenly, Pacific. And to me, ciel blue is actually like a specific color of blue, so it would be the heavenly blue Pacific. The clients who are coming to San Francisco in this location, the Marina District, are connoisseurs of art and food. And San Francisco has over 65 museums and galleries, and it's at the gateway to wine country. So I've created my public spaces as a gallery for some very unique and special art, some of which has been commissioned specially for the hotel. And some of it is a rotating collection of different international artists that are provided through Millennia Gallery, as well as artists through a local gallery called Living Gallery in San Francisco. The exterior of the building was designed to reflect the location, the Marina District, drawing from the streamlined modern Art Deco style, as well as to kind of vanish into the surrounding neighborhood. I used a glass curtain wall facade so that I would have maximum view of the Golden Gate Bridge from the inside, and also to emit lots of natural light for the artworks, particularly the glass. I have a lot of glass by Del Chihuly and Cas Crystal, and I wanted to bring a lot of that light inside to highlight the artwork. There's also glass used in the exterior in this special crystallized glass material that I've used on the facade in sort of like a marina stripe pattern. From the moment that you arrive, you know that it's a very special hotel. So when you enter the lobby, you walk through a fog screen. And the fog screen is a projection of a video or still image onto microscopic drops of water on a laminar airflow, and it makes like a video screen that you can actually walk through. And I've used the hotel logo for my illustration, but it could be any moving video. You can even do an interactive version where you write with your hands. And it's visible in full daylight, but it would be very exciting at night. And I see it as something where special art exhibitions where a lot of the artists make videos of their work that can be shown, or to welcome a VIP guest or a special group or convention could be projected onto the fog screen. After you enter through the fog screen, there are air doors on either side that are open 24/7, but there's a glass door that could slide closed for backup if necessary. Some of the special features of the first floor include the artworks, a specially commissioned sculpture by Albert Paley for the front desk, and the large ceramic sculptures by Korean sculptor Jun Kaneko. And these are very large. The specific ones, these dongos here that I've located on either side of the front entrance, they're over 2 meters tall, and these giant heads are about 1 meter wide and a good 2.5 meters tall. So they're very large and commanding. I've also created a special pattern for the carpet. It's the leaf motif, which became my logo for the hotel, is from the obi of a Japanese sash. And I've created kind of a logo pattern that I could see down the road reproduced as like a fabric that could be made into handbags or luggage by repeating that design. First floor has sort of like an open atrium design in this area, and this is where it leads you up to the second floor. I've used an escalator. I had got special permission from my client to break the slab so I could use a grand escalator instead of a grand staircase. I felt it kept with the very high technology feel that I wanted to have that ties in with a lot of Asian culture. They're the first to come out with the cell phones and the cameras, and I felt like the escalator went with that, as well as when you come off a long international flight, you might not have the energy to climb the grand staircase, but you can just stand there and ride up and take in the view. And that escalator is surrounded in this wonderful Pernod green acrylic that I would have edge lit as kind of a fun.
Oh, wow.
If someone takes the elevator up one floor, I've repeated the marina theme there. It has sort of a nautical feel and also used some very exciting shimmery materials. At the top of the second floor is the Blue Macchia restaurant. And the Blue Macchia is named for this large glass sculpture by Del Chihuly. Is actually about 1 meter wide. In reality, when I did my rendering of it, I did scale it down so that it would actually look real. But it is a very huge piece of glass, and that became the name for my restaurant. The restaurant is very special. San Francisco has more restaurants per capita than almost any other city in the world, so I wanted to make my hotel bistro sort of a bistro fantastique. It serves engineered food, like that's been made popular by restaurants like El Bulli in Spain or Alameda in Chicago. And what engineered food is, it's produced using industrial equipment. For example, you might have herbs and spices that are vaporized, liquids are flash frozen to create edible snow, or the pastry chef may use an industrial paint sprayer to spray microfine layers of Ghirardelli chocolate on the pastries. Because of the production is so interesting, I've created a chef's table with a full view of the kitchen, as well as the skyline. And during the course of the evening, that floor rotates so that everyone has a view of both the kitchen and the skyline throughout the course of their meal. The other tables are equally as special. They all have a view, and this is a level up to give them a view over this balcony area. I also have more glasswork by Dale Chihuly, the glass Persians, on the wall. The bar adjacent to the restaurant is called Fume, and that's named after the Fume Blanc wine, which would translate into the white smoke, which I think aptly describes San Francisco's fog. And I've created Fume to be the very bright source of light to draw you through that fog to the bar, and I've faced it in a material called scintilla that in the daylight, in the ambient light, it responds to the shadows and the light of anyone passing by. At night, it could be lit. I've designed it to be edge lit, or even if it's directly lit, it glows, reflects, and directs the light outward again. It's also used for the bar top as well. It comes in a clear finish that I've used here, and then a frosted finish, which is suitable for the top of the bar. It can even be used for exterior uses. It's quite an interesting material. The furnishings that I've used in the restaurant and the bar all kind of follow that glamorous 1940s Art Deco, and I've used some special fabrics for them that were actually created by Charles and Ray Ames. They're reversible, so this is one colorway of the fabric, it's just the flip side. And the carpet patterns, again, I've created especially for the hotel. They are actually almost identical colorways with the addition of this particular color into this one, which plays more of a wave theme. This is taken from a Australian Aboriginal design that was interpreted to be either the constellations or the waves, and here you can actually see a little bit more of the wave form. All of the tableware in the restaurant is very special to play up the food. Lots of small plates for amuse-bouche or appetizers, and I've included a special dessert plate created by Royal Delft that's produced the blue and white tiles since the 17th century. So, as you can see, I've greatly enjoyed creating a very elegant and exciting environment for Ciel Pacifique, full of fabulous artwork and materials so that all of our guests could have a wonderful stay in this very unique and special hotel.